Welcome to these pelvic floor stretches for pelvic pain and pelvic floor muscle spasm for beginners. Hi, my name is Michelle, and today I'm going to guide you through 4 exercises, and these are including stretching exercises for your pelvic floor muscles and also too for relieving the muscles that get tight with pelvic pain and pelvic floor muscle spasm. Now, it's really important that you keep the exercises within your level of comfortable tolerance, and if you experience any discomfort, I'd like you to cease the exercises straight away. These are all based on the ground, which is why I'm on the ground, or you can do them lying on the bed at home as well. So let's get started. So let's go through our starting position first of all. Going to be lying down. This is the most relaxed position for the pelvic floor. So this is an ideal position for doing your pelvic floor relaxation in. You can see I've got the 2 cushions side by side there, and I'm going to just position them under my thighs so my legs can be slightly apart, and in that position just lying down. So what you can do in starting that is just lying down in this position with your legs just rotated outwards slightly, knees rotated outwards and feet rotated outwards in that position. So this is our relaxation position. In this position, we're going to start with some diaphragmatic breathing exercises. So these breathing exercises involve breathing into your belly to start relaxing your pelvic floor. It's really important to do these exercises, these diaphragmatic breathing exercises, with the stretches we're going to go through. So what you do to breathe into your diaphragm is place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly, and I want you to breathe in slowly and deeply, and as you do so, your belly should rise and fall. So let's do that together. Take a nice deep slow breath, preferably in through your nose if you can, right into your belly. Allow it to rise, and then just allow the air to fall away slowly. Now this top hand shouldn't move, this hand that's over your chest, just the hand that's over your belly. So let's do that again, this time breathing in deeply into the belly, and this time into the pelvic floor, right down deep. Feel your belly expand and rise with the in-breath, and let the air fall away. All right, let's move now into our first stretch. Now, the first stretch we're going to do is called a butterfly stretch. You might have seen this done before. I'm going to show you how to do this exercise for your pelvic floor and to stretch the pelvic floor, along with some modifications. So your starting position is lying down. What I'd like you to do is to slide one leg up. Okay, so we're going to start with one leg at a time. Then you can slide the other leg up. Now the butterfly stretch is the butterfly position with the legs open, and you take your knees apart as far as it feels comfortable. However, with pelvic spasms, sometimes it might be very tight or uncomfortable, in which case you can use a pillow or a cushion under each knee, which is what I've got here. So this is your modification. So you can actually start with perhaps one leg at a time, just taking it down slowly, or you can do the exercises with both legs. So I'll start with both knees, modify it to one leg only if you need to. So let's take a breath in and breathe out. Remember, we're breathing into our belly, and breathe out and lower the legs down slowly. And you might even need 2 pillows underneath your knees. Again, take it to where it feels comfortable. Now, in this position, we're going to use our diaphragmatic breath for our pelvic floor stretching, as well as that inner thigh stretching that you can feel. So breathing into the belly, you might like to place your hands down on your belly. Feel your belly rise with the in-breath, fill up. And you might even feel the pelvic floor, or visualize it starting to move downwards with the in-breath, and then let it go. You could maybe even visualize a balloon expanding through your belly and through your pelvic floor with your in-breath. For our next one, we don't even need to change position, which is very handy. Our next exercise involves 1 or 2 knees to your chest. Now, to take the pressure off your pelvic floor when you move into this exercise, just move one leg at a time. So we're going to go one leg up, and then the other leg up. And bring your elbows around underneath your thighs into this position. Now, if this is too much of a stretch for you at the moment, because it does stretch the lower back and the bottom as well, you can just do one leg at a time. And again, just taking it slowly. And again, in this position, we're going to be doing our deep breathing or diaphragmatic exercise to stretch our pelvic floor muscles and to help relax them. So in this position, let's have our deep breath in. Let's do a couple of deep breaths here. And let the air fall away. And once again, breathing deeply into the belly, breathing in, into your pelvic floor. And let the air fall away. So if you've just done one leg with that, you might like to repeat the exercise with the other leg up. Otherwise, if you've got both legs up, the safe way to move out of the stretch is one leg at a time and the other leg. And again, just take a moment. Now, our final stretch is over on our hands and knees. So we're going to be changing position for this particular exercise. So rolling over onto your side, which is the safe way to move with pelvic pain and pelvic discomfort, and coming up over onto hands and knees into this position here. Now, this is called a child's pose in yoga. We're going to modify it slightly. So in this position, we're going to be sliding backwards. We'll have a breath in here. And as we breathe out, we'll slide backwards. But if this is uncomfortable for you, you can put a pillow behind your legs like this, behind your calves, just to lessen the degree of the stretch. And sit back into this position. Now again, you can come forward here, ideally resting your forehead on your hands. Or if you needed to, you could use your other cushion underneath your head as well if you needed that extra support. Now in that position there, I'd like you to breathe again into your belly and into your pelvic floor. So take a nice deep breath in and allow the air to then just fall away. And you should be feeling just a gentle, perhaps bulging and softening of the pelvic floor with your deep in breath, and then just a relaxation with the out breath. And so now we've just completed our exercises. I'd like you to finish off again in your relaxation position. So coming back over and coming back into lying down, and just take a moment to do some of your diaphragmatic breaths just to soften and relax your pelvic floor to finish. So you're in that position there, again breathing into the belly. And relax and let go. And one more nice deep breath in. And relax and let go. So at the start we talked about how many of these exercises to do. I would suggest that you start doing them on alternate days and doing what feels comfortable for your body. The idea of alternate days, one day on and one day off, is to see how your body actually responds to the exercises. Obviously, if you're uncomfortable the next day, you don't do them. But if you feel fine, then you might like to choose to start doing them every day, which is a really great practice. Now, I'm going to be advancing these or progressing these stretches in an upcoming video, so you might like to subscribe to catch that video too. As always, I always read your comments, so please feel welcome to comment below. And if you found the video helpful, I'd be really grateful if you could give it a like below as well, because then YouTube will share the video with other men and women that might have pelvic pain and pelvic floor muscle spasm as well. So I'd like to thank you very much for your time for watching today. As always, look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye for now.